So we think we have come to a place of having increased, maybe even considered advanced knowledge of the Word. We've learned new worship songs. We've learned how to dance. We've learned how to celebrate in feast days. But when you come down to it, it's still the blood. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, Day 4 of Bo, Come. And we are today in Shemot, or Exodus, chapter number 12. If we look at verse number 5 and following, it says, "Let the lamb be a perfect one, a year-old male. Take it from the sheep or from the goats. You shall keep it unto the 14th day of the same new moon. Then all the assembly of the congregation of Israel shall slay it between the evenings. They shall take some of the blood and put it on the 2 doorposts and on the lintel of the houses where they eat it." Dropping down now to verse 13, it says, "And the blood shall be a sign for you on the houses where you are. And when I see the blood, I shall pass over you, and let the plague not come on you, destroy you when I strike the land of Mitzrayim." Let's be reminded that Mitzrayim is a type and shadow of our present world's systems, all of the world systems. Since then, it represents world thought, the systems, the schemes, plans, governments of men as they try to follow, whether they realize this is what they're doing or not, they try to follow the command to subdue the earth and rule over it. Yet they're not doing it Yah's way, they're doing it their way. The ways of mankind are the ways of oppression, of prejudice, the ways of violence, the ways of maneuvering and manipulation and control. It is the way of greed and utilizing wealth to advance one's own personality or agenda. These are the systems of men. This is the way man has chosen to walk and to live and to organize himself, to administrate everything that he can stick under his hands and his control. And Yah is about giving people freedom, giving people liberty, teaching people how to walk within boundaries, yes, but the boundaries of Yah are expansive, they're wide. And those who refuse those boundaries say, "Oh, but they're only minuscule, they're so small." No. It's because they don't understand the boundaries of our King. Our Elohim, our mighty one, Yahweh Elohim of Israel, has given us expansive, wide boundaries in which we can live and have community and build our homes and families and organize our businesses and build our dreams and follow Him and worship Him and know Him with freedom, with liberty, with harmony among ourselves. It's amazing to me that knowing these things to be true, that even within the ranks of those that are called His people, how many of us so often choose the Mitzrayim, the Egyptian model of living our lives. And we can't help ourselves to some degree. This is the way our society and our environments have trained us and raised us and caused us to think and to perceive and to interact with the world that is around us. And God is calling us out. And He is saying to us, I want you to look around and see that all that Mitzrayim is fragile. And at least at this time setting of our scripture, it was decimated. It was bankrupt. There was nothing left. And yet there was this sentimental, nostalgic, heartfelt attachment for so many of Yah's people. And the sad Torah commentators, the sad commentary that they make is that 80% of Israel chose to stay behind in the ashes and ruins rather than to follow the leader that Yah had raised up for them and take a trek and a journey into the unknown to receive the land of inheritance, to become a nation of people. This journey that Yah is offering us, we have somehow diluted it and brought it down to the mechanisms of how we observe Shabbat. Well, you light candles, you don't light candles on Erev Shabbat. You have a big meal, you have a regular meal. You dress up fancy, you come in your regular everyday clothes. You pray prayers, you don't pray prayers. And everybody does something different. And yet we want to control folks. Well, you got to do it this way or else it's not official. Same way with our Torah studies. Well, you listen to somebody, you study on your own, etc. How we do feast days, where we do feast days, who's going to be speaking in our feast days, or anyone going to be speaking there. And we have beat each other up over food laws and calendar issues and so on and so on. That's Mitzrayit. Those mindsets are from the places that we've come from and been called out from. And Yah is saying to us, I want you to learn to walk with me in freedom and liberty and with joy and with mutual upbuilding and encouragement and laughing together and rejoicing together and hurting together and being my people, worshiping and loving on me. And the boundaries that I set you in are wide and expansive. How do we transform our minds and our attitudes and our approach, not only to life that is around us, but our approach to each other and to our King? It starts with the giving of the life of one innocent and the application of blood. As archaic and out of sync with present day values and principles as just unthinkable that it might be to slay an animal, how much more to slay an innocent man? The blood of this lamb that would be applied to the lintel and doorpost of the houses of those who trusted Yah and were willing to obey him. Yes, it prevented the messenger of death from entering into their home and taking the life of their firstborns. Mitzrayim, because they were consumed in all of their control and manipulations and authorities and titles and places, they weren't mindful of this, and they lost. They lost those that were most precious to them. It's the blood. Yah says, when I see the blood, I will not allow this judgmental curse to come upon you. But rather, I will make a distinction. I will strike the land of Mitzrayim. I'm going to strike all of those systems. But those that are separated by a boundary of blood, I'll treat them differently. We want to be different. We want to be the set-apart people. We want to be identified as Israel. We don't want the name tagged around our neck or emblazoned on our lapels, claiming to be Israel without blood, without the blood of Messiah. It is the blood of Messiah that changes our attitudes. It's still the blood of Yeshua that changes us and brings us into a place where we can walk correctly with each other and with our Creator and with our Messiah. Never, ever forget the blood. At the time of this recording, we've had our first class in House of David's Torah 101. It was well attended, both in presence, in-house, and online. If you've signed up for Google Class, you will receive information from our administrator, Leslie Perkins. So if you see that name, click on it. It's for you. We hope that you will tune in again tomorrow. To then, shalom.